All right, what is up? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mario Kart 8 World Cup 2021. So we just saw Team Canada take a pretty intense win over Team Netherlands. It came down to the last race as the Dutch team almost made a pretty hefty comeback, but it was just not meant to be, as they now sit 1-0-2 going into this last match for them against Team Nordic. Anyway, it's your boy Squidz back on the mic once again, and I am joined again by Joel. What is up, my
Yeah,
dude?
what's up, man? Nothing much changing. We're just gonna watch some more Dutch Mario Kart players. This time against the Scandinavians. So, uh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Scandinavia
mean,
is Team Nordic.
but
But yeah, Team Nordic, dude, they actually really are putting in the results this year so
yeah,
far.
yeah,
I think I've said this before on the Endgame TV stream last week, but Team Nordic, in my opinion, they were the most underseeded team in the entire tournament, I think.
yeah, for sure.
I can't quite remember what they finished in their group. I think they went. Did they go perfect in their
Yeah, they
play-in
did.
tape?
I'm pretty sure they did. Which honestly is just not even a surprise, because Nordic has some extremely good players.
Yeah, I know. They really do, and yet for some reason they were seeded like, well, I don't know the exact seed. It was something like seed 18 or seed 16, which is kind of disgusting to be honest. But
Yeah, it really
hey,
is.
it is what it is. But they really are proving that they are a force to be reckoned with. And now they're against Team Netherlands, right? So as I said, we just saw Team Netherlands get a pretty unfortunate loss, to be honest, because they were down by quite a lot at one point against Team Canada,
Yep.
and they almost made a really good comeback, but it did not quite fold out how they wanted it to on Wario
Yeah.
Stadium on race 12.
Yeah, they got their run track with their top spots on race 12 down 6, and unfortunately, they couldn't hold the spots. I mean, Canada did a really good job of breaking spots, so I mean, Canada deserves all the credit in the world, but Netherlands definitely played a great match. But unfortunately, one 0 and 2 in the groups. Their two losses being against the United States, who are currently 2-0, Canada currently 2-0. It's looking like Netherlands will not be making top 8, unfortunately, because of tiebreakers. Even if
Yes.
Canada does go 2-2 or something, or United States goes 2-2, who knows? But and on the other side, Nordic currently coming off of getting blasted by the United States.
Okay. Yeah, how
Yeah,
much was it? I didn't actually.
the U.S. won by 204.
Oh my god.
So it was definitely
Whoa.
a massacre.
That
um,
kind of sucks. So I guess both is this Team Nordics. Well, it's still Saturday. You know what? I'm actually genuinely surprised that this is Team Netherlands' last match. Do they just not have any matches tomorrow then? I guess not.
no, I guess not. They just played.
I guess not.
They just played 3 in a row today and one yesterday.
Hmm. All right.
Uh,
So yeah, so Team Netherlands are looking to finish with a bang. They may not be able to make it to the top 8 bracket in a few weeks' time, but they can still end off on a win. And Team Nordic, so we know they have at least one loss. Do we know if they've played any other matches? I don't know if they
uh,
have, to be
I
honest.
I really don't. They might have played last night, honestly, but like I'm looking on MKC and like just no one's posting results, so this is not really helping me too much.
I
Um,
am looking right now
right,
in the Endgame TV Mario Kart 8 Deluxe server, and I do not see any results for Team Nordic. So this may actually be, oh, obviously apart from Team USA, this may actually be only their second match. So
yeah, I
well,
mean,
they've still got all to play for then, huh?
yeah, for
Sure,
sure,
they
for
lost
sure.
against Team USA, but if they get a win against Team Netherlands, uh, the other team, the other team, and Team Canada, then they can finish 3-0-1, which odds are you should make it to the top 8 with that kind of record.
Yeah, yeah. Shiga just confirmed that Nordic's only played one match
Yes.
so far. So I mean, if they can pull off what I think a lot of people would consider to be the upset here, they're still in prime position to actually make top 8. They would obviously need to go through Canada, which is no easy
Mhm.
task. But I mean, you never say never when it comes to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because we've seen some pretty crazy things go down over the time frame of the game. So
Yeah,
it
most
looks
definitely.
like
I mean,
we're
I'm
all in.
seeing I see 12 people, but I also see at the right of my screen. Why is someone wearing a black suit? That might just be like an incorrect me, and hopefully that gets changed. Because you got to be. I think it is a rule that you've got to be repping your.
Yeah, you've got to
Uh,
wear the jersey. You can't just go up to planets like Arsenal or something like that. You
I
can't
know.
wear the
What are you
black
doing,
kit.
man?
Yeah, exactly. But nevertheless, gonna get right into it. Netherlands with the host advantage. I'm not too sure what Mitch is gonna opt for in first place here.
Oh, we
DK
got
Jungle,
baited.
and I think we are watching Tomsu's perspective.
We
Yo,
are
I see
indeed.
my man. I see my man Ruby in the lineup. Let's go. Shout out Rubified. You got like 200 hours on the game.
I
Yeah,
mean, hey,
Ice Ice Outpost coming in for Nordic. And
200 hours on the game, but putting in work.
I mean, Ruby's someone who picks up games really fast, in
Yeah.
all fairness. But what are we thinking here? What are we thinking here? I'm gonna go personally Nordic plus 14. I'm feeling an upset here.
Okay, I'm gonna say Netherlands plus 14. I'm feeling an upset here.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, look,
Uh,
I do genuinely think that this could actually go either way. Both these teams, in my opinion, are super close in skill level.
yeah, for sure.
As far as seedings go, I think Netherlands is a little bit higher, but not by much. And Team Nordic, they have proved, well, both teams have proved that they are pretty damn good. As both, I think, Stir and Alpaco gets taken out. Perishi is currently holding on
Ouch.
first, but Tomsu no red warning until the last like millisecond, so
Yeah, I
not
think that's
able to block that red.
it's gonna be an early bottom 3 for Nordic here.
It's green though, it's
Uh,
bouncing.
I I
Oh,
think I think yeah, it hits Stir. I think Nordic, could counter NL like pretty well because NL is pretty run heavy, I'd say. Nordic potentially could be, just really annoying, nonstop hitting.
mhm.
Netherlands kind of agitating their runners. It looks like a pretty mixed bag of spots right
Oh,
now. Tomsu is getting shroom boosted off the track.
we almost
910.
saw a bloodbath of toads there. Like outside of the track, that would actually be a
Blue,
disaster.
yeah, blue for Tomsu. So this can, obviously dictate who is in first. Can't see. There are no battle glitches in this game.
I would. Never mind.
Yeah, that was
Just about to
Netherlands in
say
first.
is I was just about to say that I assumed it would. Oh my good,
Oh,
that
jeez.
star.
That was a cheek clencher for sure. um, uh, it it looks pretty mixed. Bottom 3 for Nordic actually, I think.
Yeah, Netherlands. Well, the blue shell was thrown by Tomsu, so Netherlands are
Mhm.
at least holding a few top spots. I say that Daisuke does kind of meet his end at the end of this lap 3.
Yeah,
Is
Ruby goes
Ruby
down
pulling triple
unfortunately too.
bananas?
And
It's
Parishi back. Yeah, I
6,
think
7, 8.
that
Yeah,
that
that's
looks
looking
like a
pretty good for Netherlands.
really good race for Netherlands. It looked like.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
a top 3, 5, 9, 10, bottom 2 for Team Nordic. So it's going to be a pretty good start for the team in red, white, and blue.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Netherlands, that's kind of what you wanted coming off that tough loss. Even though they're not really, obviously, as we discussed, they're not really playing for too much at the moment. But it's a pride thing. But
A pride thing. Well, no. Well, here's
yeah,
the thing, because if Netherlands get a win here against Team Nordic, this alone, for all we know, could actually just completely ruin Nordic's chances of making it to the top 8. Because say Team Nordic does beat Team Canada, but they lose to Netherlands, they'll finish 2-2, right? And if
Yep.
Canada finishes 3-0-1, then well, Nordic screwed.
yeah. And then in the 3-team 2-2 tiebreaker, they would
Mhm.
not have the favorable outcome.
So, I mean, you Well, this is just not looking great at the moment for Nordic.
Hey,
Top
look,
three,
it's been one
five.
race, dude.
Yeah, I know, but top 3-5 right away into the Wario Stadium pick. I mean, I'm not saying it's like
Dude,
over by any means, but
do I have to remind you how Canada versus Netherlands
yeah, well,
ended?
yeah, of course, but you know,
Netherlands literally picked this track with
yeah,
good spots,
yeah,
and they,
but-
well, I was going to say a bad word there. They messed it. They messed it up.
yeah, good recovery. But you know, maybe I'm just trying to speak Caster's curse into existence here. You can't hate on me for that, even though that's really not what I was doing at all. But
I hope not. I do know though is we did see a few Netherlands member get taken out at the start. I know Sagar was at least one of them. Lots of mid spots. Good trail from Tomsu. Boomerang in 7th. I mean, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right now for Team Nordic, which isn't terrible. But we see Daisuke in 2nd, and if that is Stir in 1st, this could actually be a top 2.
that might have been Vantok still holding down his first place. Honestly,
I think you'd be right, because we do see Stir actually in middle of the
In the
pack. That
back,
banana
yeah.
was so close.
Tomsu's in
And-
such an awkward spot because he can't
Yeah.
really do anything with his boomerang.
You can't at all. He's just literally forced to hold it, because it's only his team around him.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Gotta be
hey, there it goes. That's more of
well,
a blessing than
yeah,
more of a blessing
Honestly, it
than a curse.
really is.
Never mind.
Yeah, well, that sucks. Yeah, Mitch pulling out triple reds right after his boomerang gets booed. It looks like Netherlands, a lot of these mid spots. Netherlands also a lot of top spots. So Tomsu
This could be pretty
Fire.
bad for Team Nordic right now. I do think Nordic are occupying quite a few of those bottom spots, and as you said, yeah, Tomsu unfortunately missing the box. Mikkel is gonna take cut, but let we just look, just Tomsu looking back. It's only Nordic members back there.
Ouch.
Oh,
Yikes.
top
And that-
3, 5, 7, and that's the complete opposite of what happened the last war.
Yeah,
It
and
may
that's
not
what I
have
was,
worked out the first time, but it worked out the second time.
yeah, that's what I was getting at. Netherlands did have the opportunity to kind of blow the match wide open, you know, with their top spots into their track pick. That's kind of what they just did. That was a very strong start for the Dutch. But, I mean, not out of the realm of possibility that Nordic can come back. So.
All right, 44 points is the deficit after just the first 2 races. Kind of a rough start if you're Team Nordic, of course, and especially if Team Netherlands are just going to keep on piling the pressure with these running heavy tracks as they would.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of need this RMC pick if you're Team Nordic, and whoops, I may or may not have just cursed them because
Way to
we're
go.
going to Cloud Top Cruise.
It's all your fault. It's not the game RNG. It's literally you. This is a very strong start for Netherlands, and you know, Nordic's still playing for a lot. You know, they got a lot on the line. This is really just not the start you wanted, I'd say.
Well, in all due respect to Netherlands, you're not really fighting for anything at this point, apart from, as we said, pride, because Netherlands cannot make the top 8, but Nordic most certainly can. So this result could be very, very interesting and shake some things up down the line. Perishi is chilling in 2nd. Alpaco, good job from him to keep 1st. That might be Stir trailing that banana.
Yeah,
Gotta watch out.
I think 2-4-5 for Nordic at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Perishi got taken out as well. And Mikkel. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, bottom 2 for Netherlands, so I mean that's one good sign for Nordic at least. But
what else?
Alpaco looking to kind of run away with this here, and it looks like he kind of is. Coin's not very there's not really an abundance, I guess you could say, on this track.
I mean, Daisuke also did get taken out at the end of a lap 1, so that's another member from Team Netherlands at the back. We know there is at least one.
Oh, Vantok got hit
player.
off the ladder. That's kind of big.
Yeah, you know, I think maybe it's 1, 3, 4, for Team Netherlands right now, but I don't think they really have anything else. But look,
Yeah.
here's the thing: if Team Netherlands are 1v4 and they pull shock, then that's absolutely huge.
Yeah, I mean the cannon TS on this track is like that is brutal. Like it is so bad. It is just the
Oof.
longest respawn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, getting hit off that cannon glider is just
Well,
horrible on this
we'll
track.
see. Yep.
Yep, there you go.
And
That
Sega
was yeah.
happily dodges the shock. He's going to find himself in a top spot, no doubt. Daisuke did get target shocks. Mikkel got hit by something. I didn't
In the
quite
ground
see.
red. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that shock really did anything for Nordic, honestly. Unless
Daisuke got taken out
think-
again. But...
I think Ruby might be in first right now. I haven't seen him yet.
Mitch just hit the Thunderbolt in fifth. So goodbye, Mitch. And goodbye, Mitch again. I don't know how Mitch avoided that.
Yeah, I don't know how he didn't get starred.
Oh my.
Okay.
Yeah, you were right, dude. That shock really did not do all too much.
No. Well, Van
oh no,
Hoxton-
sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. It was a Netherlands shock. Wait, was it? Because top two from Netherlands got target shot. I guess
first got TS in cannon, and Nordic was second. Got shocked in a glider.
I think Sagar just predicted it, huh?
Yeah, I mean Sagar and Van Tox both dodged in like 6-8 or something like that. So, and then obviously, the majority of Netherlands get shocked on a glider. So,
yeah, that shock. So you were right then. That shock from Team Nordic, excuse me, did not really do as much as they were hoping for. I'm sure. No. Yeah, cool. You got first place points, but your next best spot was like sixth.
Yeah, and then after that was like ninth. So, I mean, that was another really big race for Netherlands. Obviously, we can see the score, but plus 56 after 3 races for the Dutch. Unless my 58. I can't math right now, actually.
58, yes. And 58. What were you saying before we started? You thought this would be a plus 14 for Team Nordic. I mean, hey, look, man.
Well, I'm not gonna go against it.
Look, they have the time. There's still 9 races. They undoubtedly have the skill set to do it as well. It's just,
it just feels every race that they're not winning, obviously, just makes it more unlikely. So I mean, this race, they gotta do something like quick.
Fun fact: for every race they are not winning, they are losing.
I mean, pretty much what I said, but yeah.
Interesting pull from Tomsu here. Triple bananas and a ghost.
I mean, the boost pretty nice. Shock, this is more of a bagging track, I guess, for some reason. This track's just not good in general, to be honest. But
preach.
Well, I'm glad somebody finally agrees with me, other than my own team. But the boo, Tomsu, if there is a shock that comes in, he could do some damage here. Carrying the boo into fifth, has to use it though, unfortunately. I'm not entirely sure who's in first, but Nordic holding down 4, 5, 6 at the moment. It looks like clearly not 6. Okay, well, Shigai
got lots of yeah. Shigai did get redded out. That's a pretty bad pull, actually. 2 single greens in fifth, especially when
I do believe that was Nordic. Getting blued. Shock does come in though. I didn't see who that was. Who
I think it's. Well, we see Sagar, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's another member from Team Netherlands, dodging up into first. Right? Yeah, it is Daisuke. Yeah, so that's that's the last thing you wanted if you're Team Nordic. Tomsu did a good job to get third there, but the rest of his team, I have a feeling they weren't quite there to back him up, Joel.
No.
Not really, no. 8-9, bottom 2 for Team Nordic. In fact, it was a bottom 2 for Team Finland there. So going to be extending their lead even further. And
was that a 200-point GP?
Yes, I think.
I think it was. That's how you kind of got smoked in a GP. The 200 the 200 threshold has been passed. So
it's been 4 races and they are already up by 80 points. That's actually kind of brutal. I know I've used that word a lot, but
I think brutal is being a little kind at the moment.
Well, what do you want me to say? What other word?
Massacre, bloodbath. I'm just kidding. That's a little edgy, but Nevertheless, Nordic's got some work to do, to say the least.
Netherlands.
I'm not switching up on them yet. I still
No,
believe. They've got to believe
you've
as
still
well.
got.
So.
Hey, how about this track pick? How does that track pick do for you, huh?
Well, I mean, it's just not great.
I mean, it's not great, but you know, I still got my boys back.
Hey,
You know?
yeah, they can still do something with it. Something.
Well, yeah, they
That's
can.
something. I don't really know what.
I mean, hey, look,
But
Shocks on this track again. If they do find themselves in a bit of a pickle, going into, I don't know, like lap 2, maybe lap 3, they can try and fish for a shock, and if they get it, it could do a lot of damage. Not only just on the obvious glider section, but more so, I'd say, after this upcoming set.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think that's probably the best place to shock because I mean, especially on lap 3, the third set on this track is just so like pointless.
Yeah.
Because not taking the no item shortcut loses so much time.
Yeah.
And then I mean, whatever items you get, you know, you don't really have time to use because the end of the track is right there. So I mean, yeah, I mean that is definitely the best, in my opinion, best place to shock. But Nordic pulling into an early top 2. So.
Hey, that's what they needed, and
top 3.
Yeah, Sagar did. I did see a glimpse of Sagar. There he is, coming into second place. Parishi is still trying to hold his own. Can't see what he's holding though. Tomsu has double defense, but well, look at this pack. This pack is very, very tight. Both Mikkel and Daisuke, the two Roys, are chilling in 10, like 9, 11 right now. Yeah. So. These spots could potentially be mixed. Obviously, it's still top 2 right now for Nordic, but where's the rest of the team?
Yeah, Parishi must have handled Sagar pretty well. Nordic kind of has a nice break. The red does come in for Parishi, able to block it though. Maybe for Tomsu, you want to pull a nice little horn bomb combination here.
Oh, Ruby!
Ruby in third. Okay, Nordic's cooking with something.
They are.
I just wish we knew what the middle spots were like.
What is cooking, good looking, possibly a top 3 for Team Nordic here, if they just manage to survive. Oh, I think Parishi actually hit the plant.
Parishi hits the plant.
No, Parishi, no, what have you done? Have you just thrown a top 3 for your team?
No.
It's a plant, dude. Just don't get hit by it.
Yeah, just
dude,
don't hit it.
I swear to God, if I see him in like 6th or 7th. He got 5th. I mean, look. It's Stir and Daisuke got up into 3rd and 4th, so that's kind of a big L if you're Parishi right there.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, at this point, like you just wanted a race win. If you're Nordic, you got it.
Yep.
And
reset momentum.
Yeah, and you definitely you probably got what a lot of people would consider the best player into first place, into the front where you want him in Tomsu. So, I mean, not a bad race for Nordic, but like you kind of want. You definitely want bigger wins than, you know, like plus 6s, plus 8s, plus 10s at this point. You know, to close that 80-point gap.
That 12th place from Mikkel did nullify things a little bit, but it's still, regardless, a plus 12 win for Team Nordic that race. So only 68 points now to come back.
Well, hey, it's a lot better than 80 plus.
Yeah, of course.
You got to look at it that way. And Mount Wario does come in for Nordic as well here, which is, you know, as we discussed on the cast the last match, Mount Wario, one of those very, very run-heavy tracks where, you know, if you're really in first or, you know, in a top spot heading into that second section, is really solidified because it is extremely hard to catch up on this track.
Yeah, but again, Stir does have this world record, and he did start in what, 3rd, maybe 4th. So
3rd or 4th, yeah. Tomsu does a great job to hold down first, barring the or even with the Dutch shrooms here. Mitch does pull into 2nd right away though. We'll see if Tomsu's a little aggressive here.
Yeah, only the MT rather than the SMT, but he's still holding on to 1st. Banana in his 1st slot. He's gone up to trail now. I think Mitch is still holding down 2nd place. So he is indeed. Ruby is coming up into 3rd though, trying to aid Tomsu in any way he can. Red shell warning coming in. I think Mitch may have just died.
That would be huge if you're Nordic.
I think everyone died. Dude, he's just gone now.
Yeah,
what?
Tomsu's out of here. What the hell happened? Well, I mean, if Tomsu can't take those.
Look at that Waluigi in last place. They're stopping at that set, so perhaps that's a sign that there's a lot of Team Nordic up here. Yep, indeed, as the blue shell does get thrown by the Dutch member in 12th, who was going for Shark. So Team Nordic are looking pretty good going into Section 3. I don't want to jinx anything because, as we know, Shocks are pretty good at the end of this race.
Oh yeah, especially if you can somehow shock everyone off of Glider, that is just broken for Netherlands. But Tomsu look backwards, maybe? I can't really tell who's behind him. I think it's safe to assume that Nordic has... Tomsu's just gone, dude. What?
That blue did nothing to him.
No, not at all. But I think it's safe to assume that Nordic are a lot of top spots.
Yeah,
there's
I think
no
so.
way. There's no way the Netherlands would have somebody just to roll their entire race to try to get shocked like that.
Last is in a bullet build. Tomsu going to slow down just a little bit, I guess, in case of a blue or maybe for a cheeky backspam, but it's not necessary. That is the race that Team Nordic needed. It's going to be a top 2, 4, 7, 8, 9.
Bottom 3 for Netherlands. That's really big for Nordic, actually. That's probably like a plus 16 or plus 18 race.
Yep.
I mean, Nordic's... You got to feel Nordic's starting to come on, bring some momentum together. That's 2 pretty nice races consecutively after getting absolutely blown out of the water in the first GP. That's what they really needed.
Now, it has come to my attention that we currently have 3 crowns in this lobby, which is kind of cool.
That's kind of sick, actually. Yeah, Tomsu plus 30 in the last 2 races, obviously opting for that SNES Rainbow Road. If anyone's ever played with Tomsu, you know, he's a big SNES Rainbow Road connoisseur. So, but yeah, I mean, Nordic, cut the lead almost in half those last 2 races, only down 48 currently. They were down 80 after GP1. So, I mean, if they can keep stringing some races together, I mean, we've got a match, but... I mean, if you're in Netherlands, you're definitely going to want to go for the jugular on this race, kind of shut them up. So we'll see what Nordic can do with this track pick. You know, coming out from the Netherlands.
Races, 32 points in the last 2 races. They are starting to make the comeback they need. Going into the second half of this war now, Dolphin Shoals is actually, well, this time around, going to get picked first try. Rather than 4 times.
Yeah, exactly. last match. A lot of Streetle for Netherlands. They really hard committed.
Oh no!
Yikes.
Hedgie gets trailed by Alpaco, and then Tomsu gets trailed by Hedgie's dead corpse. That's bad. That's bad for Team Nordic. That's 2 of their... Well, it's the top 2 runners at that point just gone. Who's that in last? It's going to be Sagar.
Yeah, Tomsu slowed down to see if he had shock. I didn't see what he did, but I assume that since Tomsu kind of just...
It's too early. It's not early. It's not early enough now. It's been 30 seconds easy. As nice. I say that, a bullet bill into a shock. Dude, could you imagine if he actually dodged... Does Sega have a shock as well? No, it's a star. All right. Because if he dodged a shock with a shock, then... Oh.
Nordic's a lot of spots back here, so they could do something huge with the shock. Yeah, I mean... It looks like Netherlands occupying pretty much all the top spots. I think that might be top 5 for Netherlands at the moment. So, I mean...
Would not surprise me, yeah.
Nordic going into a dodge here. Maybe, TS top 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Better
Nordic's
to use
in
it
business
sooner.
right now. He's just got to be careful for these bananas.
What? He's alright. Yeah, better to use that shock sooner rather than later, because we know Sagar was back there as well, trying to look for a shock as well, so... If you use it as early as possible, it kind of shuts down Team Netherlands' chance to pull one.
Triple reds in first. Yeah.
Triple reds in first right now from Pi. And another red going to be coming Tomsu's way. He's going to get redded off.
That sucks so much.
You could tell he was trying to prevent it as well. He was slowing down, but by doing so, he actually got...
Hard. That's so hard to do in that section of the track, though. Netherlands 2, 3, 4, 5 right now. Hopefully he boozes triple reds, though. He didn't. That's unfortunate.
I mean, hey, look, Pi is still getting first place, which is kind of a godsend at this point, especially if that's another Netherlands member. No, it's not. It's actually...
Oh, that's top 2-4. Top 2-4 for Nordic.
Hey! Things worked out in the end. It's all right. Top 2-4, 8, 10, 12.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a race win, but it kind of looked bad. I don't think they could have... They had that shock. They needed to use it soon. just in case Netherlands did get another shock. But I don't think a lot of their spots in the bottom had dodges, because I mean, you saw a Nordic member dodge in like 5th, but other than that, it was all Netherlands behind them. You never saw any other Nordic players come up really. So
Well, it's because I think it was Hedgie came up in a bullet bill and did the bullet bill strat at the eel, which pretty much took him to the line. And then, as we saw, Tomsu with the star triple shrooms pull, managing to just climb his way up into 4th place, and boom shakalaka, Bob's your uncle, top 2-4 for Team Nordic.
I've never heard that term.
What, Bob's your uncle?
Yeah, that's hilarious. I didn't know that.
You never heard that?
No.
All right. I mean, I don't know if it's just like strictly a British term. To be honest, wouldn't surprise me. It sounds very British, but anyway, that's besides the point.
I like that.
What we do know is Team Nordic really are doing well to mitigate. Well, I was gonna say mitigate the damage. They're doing the opposite. They're literally coming back.
Yeah, I mean, the last 3 races they've shaved that lead
points.
in half. So I mean, getting another run track too. You've got to favor Nordic right now. Well, not in the grand scheme of things, but in this race specifically. But as we all know, Parishi got the nice lag. Get the 2nd place box at first. I think that's a top 3 coming out for Nordic right away. Never mind.
Sir is trying to say something about it. Did he get taken out? He did.
No, yeah, he did. Top 4 for Nordic right now.
I'm just looking at the mini-map trying to see if there's a Waluigi stopping at that set. Not quite. Maybe this next
that's
set.
Shiga in 3rd. Yeah, Shiga gets taken out though.
Oh,
yeah,
Vantox.
Vantox 3rd.
Good attempt on the back spam. It's not going to connect, but this banana could though. If Vantox is not careful, that
Tomsu. Oh yikes! That was a little risky.
That's a good pull.
That would have been better if he was in 2nd, though. I'll tell you that much.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
but
takes care of Stir. Alpaco in 4th. The bomb.
Oh!
Yo, 1st is gone. I believe that was Parishi, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Parishi's just out of here. It looks like a lot of Netherlands is back here. Daisuke holding a star. Whose shock was that?
Who dodged? Like no one?
No one. Daisuke was holding a star in like 6th. That couldn't have been a Netherlands shock.
No, I guess that must be, yeah. I think that's just simply a Nordic shock, and they just, because look,
yeah,
they have good spots, so they may as well just use it to.
Mitch has fire in 3rd though. Tom's got to be careful. Does really smart play by going on the glider. What's he gonna get here?
5th horn. You got to watch out for a lag horn, because as we all know, this last section of the track is very laggy.
Yeah, it's kind of gross actually.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that was a bit too risky.
I mean, hey,
he doesn't lose any spots though. 1-3 for Nordic.
At least 1-3-4. 1-3-4, 7, 10, 12. Dude, Nordic are making this comeback.
I mean,
look, I'm just looking overall. They are still bottom 3, but they are slowly but surely coming back, and things are coming together for them.
That was a huge GP from Tomsu as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I think that was a 50-point GP from Tomsu, so he's definitely leading the comeback. But yeah, Parishi, he's replacing Tomsu playing Time Trial Simulator. He got 30 in the last 2 as well. So I mean, that was probably, well, what is it now? 34 points.
Yep, just that GP alone, plus what was that? Plus 46.
Yeah.
For Team Nordic. That's pretty big. Obviously not as big as the plus 80 from Team Netherlands earlier, but hey.
Nordic's really turned this around though. Nevertheless, so. But the only unfortunate thing, Nordic's getting so many good top spots, top 2-4, consistently 1-3-4, but they're getting those,
the rest
9, 10, 12, 8, 10, 11 kind of races. They're not really out there. It's either they're getting 3 top spots and 3, bottom spots. There's no really, middle spot occupation for Nordic, which is, it's kind of hurting them, but I mean, they're doing a great job getting top spots and holding their top spots currently. So,
bless you.
Thank you.
No. Tomsu should have been a little bit more hyper on the trigger there. It looks like
Yeah.
it was a Dutch member behind. Oh my god!
he had the
Literally just
green
like,
thing.
literally just like slowly came up behind him and just popped him.
That was pretty good actually. But TM, another track where it's so, I don't want to say easy to catch up, but like
Mhm.
Shock is ridiculous on this track to say the
And
least. That is what Tomsu's going for. But I know Tomsu got hit out early, and you don't want to like designate a bagger because that's just not the greatest strategy.
No,
I'd say.
they need it though. You can tell.
But
They are
yeah,
needing
and
it.
Tomsu's not necessarily the guy. I'm not entirely sure. We do see Alpaco and Shigai, or Mikkel, or Duncan, whichever one you want to
Dude,
call him.
Did
1-3.
did Tomsu just get golden star 3 sets in a row?
Yeah,
I think he did.
I mean, he shouldn't. He's just unlucky. He shouldn't be bagging then.
Yeah, never
But
lucky.
Netherlands 10-12. I do believe that's Ruby and Tomsu in 9-11 currently. It's looking like Shock is going to be very unlikely for Tomsu. Just can't pull it here. Hedgie back here as well.
You win some, you lose some. 12th place box, but he's I think a little bit too close
And
for the shot.
Netherlands looks like they have pretty much all the good spots right now. There's a lot of Nordic
Yeah.
back here.
We know Mikkel is up there in either second or third, but I don't think they have much else right now.
Yeah, you're still favoring Netherlands pretty heavy. You
Mitch-
should've gone right path. No.
Mitch and Stur and Van
Vantox
Tok
is
are
taken
back
out.
here. And
never
hang on a
Wait
second.
a second. Yo, Thompson's gonna cheat some spots here too.
I mean,
Wait.
there's
Is
no
that
way that's
top
top 2
4?
4. Oh my god.
Oh my, top 2
Okay.
4 5. Oh
What?
my god. Yo, Nordic, what's up? Nordic, what's up?
This track sucks.
I mean, it's just not great, but and let's go
Dude.
Nordic.
Tomsu was going for Shock like pretty much every set he could, and then they just whip out a top 2 4 5.
Oh my god, that's crazy, dude.
Oh my god! Right.
Yeah, I know. And like I was just talking about, they weren't really occupying those middle spots, behind to complement those top spots previously, but Netherlands getting the 9 bottom 2 that race. That was a huge race. Only a 12-point lead for Netherlands currently. So I mean, Nordic is on the prowl.
Yeah,
So
just,
I mean,
just a bit.
yeah, just a little bit. Considering they were down, we keep saying it after almost every race, but they were down 80 points after GP1. Netherlands had 200 points in the first 4 races. I mean, yeah, and Nordic is doing an incredible job to just turn this around. I mean, they've won the last 5 races. So.
And most of them have been fairly comfortable. Obviously, not all of them, but we got a +12, a +20, a +22, a +8, and a +6.
Honestly,
in the last 5. So.
This might be a curse, but I do not like this pick from Netherlands. I mean,
Yeah,
top,
I don't
top
either.
2, 4, 5. I mean, you could have gone Excite Bike, you could have gone Cheeseland, you could have gone Electrodrome, Dry Desert, literally anything. But I mean, Grumble Volcano is one of these tracks where there's no shock, which is kind of rare because the cave set is a little broken. But I mean, it's still a very strong running track, especially if you have all frontal presence as a group. I'm not entirely sure who pulled into first, but I did see Stur in second, 3, 4, 5 for Nordic at the time, or for the time being. So,
Ooh,
Tomsu just clipping me off road a little bit.
I mean, hey, look, it happens. Driving
does
errors
happen.
are kind of
Yo,
on.
he's helping himself win the race. He's gonna get a dodge, and he's gonna dodge shock.
He's gonna touch up.
So, Stur does get taken out though. Combo.
Well, I mean, hey, it was either
tried,
you
he
or your
tried.
teammate was gonna get taken out there. So,
Yeah. So, I think that was Alpaco in first. We might be able to see here if Tomsu looks back. Yeah, never mind. I don't think he's looking back. He'll be back here too.
Just drive forwards, never look back.
No, you don't need to.
Oh no!
Yo, ouch.
Oh, I mean, hey,
This
props to
is all
Tomsu for
Nordic in the
actually
back.
keeping it on the track, but that sucks not getting a box there. I don't know who that was. Oh,
Shock does come in.
Look.
I think that's a Nordic shock.
Oh, it
has
just
to
makes
be.
me think as well. That would have been so good as well if Tomsu actually got that double and got a dodge.
Yeah, I mean that would have been huge.
I mean, hey, look, he can still get a good spot. Hedgie's gonna
Hedgie
bite the
gets taken
dust.
out, yeah.
Daisuke is now back here also.
Sagar
Double
as
bot
well.
right now in 11th. Yeah, Sega's kind
I
of been in the
saw
back all
him. I
racing.
saw him. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I didn't really notice, to be 100% honest. Shame on me, but I did see somebody dodge in like 6th place, and whoever
Mhm.
that was is currently 1st. So you got to think that it's Nordic as well, considering Tomsu didn't spam the blue right away.
Oh
Nevertheless,
no!
bottom 3 for Nordic. That hurts.
Oh no!
Yeah,
And
I mean, props to Ruby for getting that 1st place, but that is
I
definitely a race loss for
that's
Nordic.
that's interesting. I don't know if we have any confirmation on whose shock exactly that was. Like we assume it was Nordic, but only because there were more Nordic in the back as the shock was used.
Uh,
So Team Nordic has 2 through 7, right? They're gonna opt to go for a drafting track, I expect. Well, yeah, there you go. Electrodrome coming in for Team Nordic, and with Team Netherlands having one bottom 5, they're gonna be going for dry desert.
pretty fair picks on both sides, but honestly, like if you were Nordic, I think you almost pick a running track more than anything. Kind of just overwhelm first right away. Like maybe I don't think DK Jungle's come in yet. That could be a good one. Obviously, it's easy to keep first on something like DK Jungle, but maybe if Mitch accidentally botches the start boost or something like that, or gets hit out right away, they've got all their spots in the top. Kind
Yeah.
of can run away with it, but Electrodrome's still a very respectable pick for Nordic. A very draft heavy track, but
Yeah, and
yeah.
we're already seeing that before this long straightaway because
Yeah, Hedgie and Shigai break into top 2 very early. Alpaco up here also. Thompson's gonna draft
chain
again, maybe.
draft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is just so strong on lap 1. Just chain drafts. You can get into first relatively easily. Obviously, as we saw Thompson just do here, just gonna want to do some coin collecting now, maybe. Kind of cruise along in first place. But yeah, I mean, Nordic did a really good job getting into first. But obviously, we've got the broken shortcut at the end of the track.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, Nordic's got some pretty decent spots right now.
Well, at least 1-3 from what we can see. This fire is going to be connecting with Daisuke.
I think that was a Dutch player going for Tomsu and he hit Daisuke on accident. Mikkel Red's someone out of I didn't catch who that was, but top 3 for Nordic. They're kind of breaking away. Obviously, shock is possible, but I mean, this is a really good position for Nordic for the time being right now.
Yeah, I think Tomsu's trying to fish for some sort of horn, perhaps, in case there is a blue shell. Because that Waluigi in last, I wouldn't really be too surprised if we see them stop at this next set. If it is a Dutch player, no. Maybe they actually are holding blue.
Top
if it's
4
someone...
for Nordic. Uh-oh.
Okay, so it's either last place right now is holding a shock or... Yeah.
Oh, there's a shock that comes in that had to have been Dutch.
Yeah.
That sucks. Nordic was in such a good spot too, man.
That's
Vantox comes up. Yeah, Vantox pretty much has a free first unless he gets bodied.
I mean,
Tomsu drafts into first though. I mean, he could potentially trail him or back him or something.
Yeah, he can. He'll do what he can, but with Vantox having a shroom, he's looking pretty good. He's going to opt to go for the double if he can pull a horn or something. I mean, double bananas isn't terrible, but he's got to get some stick snipe here. That's the wrong way. Oh, hang on.
Yo,
No,
that
was a good shot.
That was kind of close. Netherlands getting top 2 out of that top 2-4. They must have all took cut because even then it was looking really good for Nordic. Yeah, I mean, Ruby feels the wrath of 8D. That guy was sitting pretty with the shroom in first at the start of lap 3, just gets last. That is so unfortunate.
Yeah,
but
3, 5, 7, 8, 9 for Team Nordic. That sucks because you've just been chaining all of these really good races, and now that's a -16 for them, a +16 for Team Netherlands, and now they've got to basically they have to get to win a +36 or more.
Yeah, so I mean, you're looking at a top 6 pretty much.
And I think this loss will actually hinder them more than you might think as well in this group stage.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh man, I mean, it's a big if, but like, if that room did not go down.
Of course, yeah. We don't know.
Nordic might have been able to carry that momentum and get a win. I mean, it's still possible, but it is looking very unlikely for Nordic
Well,
now.
I'll tell you what isn't possible is the plus 14 you predicted for Team Nordic, but they can still win. They just need an absolute monster of a race here. And last time Team Netherlands picked Sunshine Airport against Team Canada with somewhat similar spots, it works out very well for them.
Yeah, top 3-6 against Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Last match. Tomsu gets a third place Shroom, though. That is really nice. Tomsu going to be pulling into first really quick here, which is, I mean, that's what you want if you're Nordic, but no box. Netherlands might be able to take him out, but we'll see what Nordic can do.
Banana a little bit off the mark, but yeah, I'd be a little bit worried if I'm Tomsu right now. If it's pretty much only Netherlands players behind you, hey, that helps. Double Ds in first is always nice and does make you feel quite safe. Ruby is trying to come in. I think Hedgie's actually there as well now.
Yeah, I mean, looks like 1, 3, 4. Oh. Ruby gets taken out though. Tomsu could be able to take Vantox out, honestly.
Oh, well, you'd think.
Just keep headhunting these greens.
Okay, well,
that's red though, so at least he's able to take cut. Yeah, Vantox is a horn though. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that isn't that bad of a play. At least he can get rid of his horn now, though, so that's a positive.
He's got to watch out he doesn't get lag horned. He's got to like give Vantox some space so he doesn't.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if it, yeah,
I kind of figured that was coming, honestly.
Off the track as well. That's
yeah, that's kind of brutal.
That stings.
Yeah. So I mean, oh man.
Seeing a few Nordic players back here. That Roy, that's Mikkel. Because Alpaco is in last right now. And Ruby back here as well. Oh, I'm not sure how I'm liking this if you're Team Nordic.
I mean, the pack's still relatively close, but I mean, there's just nowhere to cut besides right here for Tomsu. And he's going to opt for a box, which doesn't even get the box. That's so unfortunate. Yeah. But I mean, it's looking like curtains because Nordic need literally every top spot. Still getting bombed though. Did Shigai fall off? I think Shigai fell off.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah,
this is looking over for Team Nordic. Injury.
Yeah. Ouch. But yeah.
Ouch, indeed. I mean, look. After that first GP, 80 points in favor to Team Netherlands. Oh wow. 80 points in favor to Team Netherlands. In a way, it doesn't surprise me, but it must be said, Team Nordic did a pretty damn good job in clawing their way back.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
almost did it.
They definitely dominated the middle, like the middle 5-6 races. But unfortunately, the room going down might have taken away momentum. But Netherlands really, slammed the door shut those last 2 races. They kind of dominated. But yeah. Now if you're Nordic,
yeah, that actually sucks. That sucks. That loss versus Team Netherlands, because you need that. Because as we mentioned briefly beforehand, now Team Nordic being what? Are they
0-2? 0-2, yeah.
They're straight up 0-2. So now, even if they do win their last 2 matches, 2-0-2.
It's still possible if Canada loses against Nordic
kind of choke.
And United States, but
we'll have to
Nordic
see.
Nordic is in a less than favorable position to say the least. And you are welcome, Tomsu, for the cast, buddy. It was a pleasure watching your gameplay. You played a very good match.
Indeed, you did play well, Tomsu, and I apologize, but I have to shoot off because I think the room's actually open now.
All right, well.
Yeah, the room's up now. Team England versus Team Chile, which I think is actually going to be casted now. So
yeah, I'm not entirely sure who's doing it, but
I think that's Rookie and Royal casting that. So if you're interested in rooting for your boy, please don't scold me. I haven't played a lot recently. Please be nice. Then yeah, we need this win, so we will try our best. But yeah, I've got to shoot off now.
All right,
Joel, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, was fun. Best of luck in your match.
Thank you very much.
I do believe we're just gonna take a little bit of a break here. I'm not 100% sure who is going to be coming onto the mic, but we're just going to take a little breather here. We will be back in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere. We've got England versus Chile coming up. Thank you guys for sticking around with us the last few hours. Yeah, we'll be back.